Hey, what's up, guys? I'm doing a vylon deck profile. So, yeah, let's just get started. Alright, so for the monsters, we got 3 vylon stigma, and when I was looking at this deck, it's basically trying to equip monsters that have the union thing beside them to other monsters, so that if the monster gets destroyed, the equip card gets destroyed instead. So that's what I'm trying to figure out with this deck, but this is a good card too. And then 2 Pentachaloro, I think that's how you're supposed to say that. Like, this is a union monster. So if you had like a monster out on the field, you get to equip this to that monster, and if that monster got destroyed, then this card would be destroyed instead. So this is actually a pretty good deck. At least I think so. I don't see too many people playing this deck at all, but there's still a couple people that do play this. But vylon Tesseract, pretty interesting card there. And then 2 vylon Prism, pretty good card too. Some of these have the effect that say you can pay like 500 life points to target one face-up monster you control and equip this card to it. So some of the effects say that too. So that's also pretty good. A little bit of a risk, but it's still pretty good. And 2 vylon Hept. So yeah, pretty good card too. And then vylon Tetra, pretty cool picture, I say so. And then it's also a tuner. And I'll show you my extra deck after monsters and spells and traps. 2 vylon Spear, pretty good too. And then 2 vylon Olm. I think that's how you're supposed to pronounce that. Not quite sure, but still pretty good card. And then vylon Stella. And that's how you're supposed to say that. Pretty interesting card. So yeah. And then 1 vylon oh that's the card that was, yep, that was the one of the ones that was up front. That was my bad, YouTube. And then this card, or this deck, is also good for OTKs if you can make the correct build. So the first step to making an OTK with this deck is Cephon, the Ultimate Time Lord, and his effect, I actually really like that, which is you have to have 10 monsters in your graveyard in order to summon him, and it cannot be special summoned any other way. And then once you do that, you can bring out a fairy type monster from your hand or graveyard, but its effect is negated. So you can either get this guy or Guardian Angel Joan, and their attack also gets 4,000, whichever one that you choose. And you don't have to choose these either if you don't do this build, but their attack gets 4,000, so if your opponent doesn't have any spells or traps or any monsters, you can just pretty much OTK them that turn. So that's why I like this deck so much, is that it's pretty good for OTKs if you know how to make it right. And then for the spells, I got vylon Component, pretty good. Vylon Filament, and this one, this card and vylon matcher all have an effect that you can bring one vylon spell card from your deck to your hand, so that actually gets you your spell cards a lot more faster. And then 3 Polyotype Tope, however you want to say that, pretty good card too. And then vylon Segment, pretty good card. And then vylon Element, I got 3 of these. Actually a really good card too if you got tuners on the field, or you need to bring out a tuner for a synchro summon or something like that, so that's pretty good. And then 1 Heavy Storm, Thunder Short, good card. MST, Book of Moon. So that basically rounds up the spells, and then only got 2 trap cards, Magic Hammer and Trapstone. And now round up the traps. And then for the extra deck, it's pretty simple. Vylon de Sigma, and then 2 Vylon Omegas. I think that's kind of not quite sure what the word is for it, but I think that's kind of what most people would do, is run 2 Vylon Omegas. I could be wrong, but I know in my version I usually run 2 because if you have 1 out, then if you get a chance, you can bring out the second one out. So, but yeah, that's basically how I play my version, is play 2 Omegas. And I have not tested this deck out at all before, so this will be my first time, but I think 2 Omegas will probably work out perfectly, because once you get 1 out, and then this is probably one of the strongest guys in the deck too, so that will stop your opponent from attacking. But yeah, that's my Vylon Decrophone, so hope you guys enjoy. And if you guys are wanting me to give a shout out to your channel, send me a PM, and make sure you have videos uploaded to your channel, so my viewers don't get mad about viewing your channel and then not having any videos, and then they complain to me. I don't want anything like that. Just make sure that you have a video, and if you want me to give a shout out to your channel, just send me a PM, and I'll add you to my list of shout outs. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you guys decide on the shout outs, and let me know as soon as possible. And yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Alright, bye.